Ayo, I'm Tits,
Hey, and I'm Areolas.
and we're reviewing From Dusk Till Dawn.
Yes, I am Areolas.
Have you? When was the first time you watched this?
I couldn't even begin to remember. I've always been a fan of Quentin Tarantino stuff, even though like he didn't direct this, he wrote it. But uh,
Yeah.
yeah, I don't I couldn't even tell you the first time I watched it. I've seen it a few times. So,
Did you
about
watch it
you?
in 1996?
I don't think so.
Okay, I had to clarify that.
Yeah. What
The
about
first
you?
time I watched it was like last year.
Mm-hmm.
Someone requested I watch it. And I was like, okay, I go watch, and then I watch, and then even have a whole review on it too, where I explain like that was like my first cursory watch, and watching it again, I noticed some more. I noticed some details that I didn't quite catch the first time. Uh, the beginning. You know how it begins.
It's very written by well, I mean, I'm sure you've seen Quentin Tarantino movies. Have you? Like, I know you haven't really done any on your show. You got like a rule on that. I think right.
Yeah,
But
I want to wait to review Quentin Tarantino movies
but you have
until
seen
I'm.
seen some.
Yeah, I have seen some. I just feel like I want to be able. I want to uh, form the vocabulary
Mm-hmm.
necessary to describe all the technicalities. I mean, and I could just do this with all movies because there are some technical aspects to like movies when you make them. Oh yeah, rules of thirds. Oh yeah, blah blah blah. But in like how Quentin Tarantino does it, it's there's like a nuance to like how he directs movies versus just any Joe Schmo director.
Mm-hmm.
That is, it's I don't know how to describe it yet, and I want to be able to describe it. So I'm gonna wait to review his movies on my channel.
Yeah.
But From Dusk Till Dawn was actually directed by Robert Rodriguez.
Mm-hmm.
So not Quentin Tarantino. He only wrote the screenplay.
He did write it, and this has. I mean, if you've seen other Quentin Tarantino movies, you could tell it was like written by him because it's very dialogue heavy and a lot of dialogue kind of just like builds the characters rather than gets things going. You know what I mean? That's the
Yeah,
way I
what I
feel it.
noticed is like the way that the characters are written. Like the characters are doing a task, they're doing their thing. Like, oh, you know what we're gonna do? We're gonna rob a liquor store, but then like you have the tension of the characters there, and you build it, you build it, you build it, you build it, and then it's released when we accidentally killed somebody. Uh, now I'm just now I gotta go. I gotta go run. So just the way that he builds tension, I like. I feel like it's a good way. You know what I mean.
Yeah, yeah. No, I love like again like his writing. It's very crisp. I even though like it's written so I don't know what you call like it sounds like a script, like it's written. It sounds like a character would say whatever character is given that would say it. Like for instance, at the beginning you have George Clooney's character, which by the way he looks good in this movie. It's very weird to see him in a movie like this. This was I think before he got real fucking big on ER and all those other like romantic uh heartthrob when he became that like older heartthrob, star. But
Uh, hmm.
mhm.
I mean, he they looked to me like men. I see men as this big amorphous people,
He's a
and
tool.
then oh, it's just all of people that I don't really have a personal connection with. Is
Mhm.
just one amorphous massive man.
Mhm.
And this happens to when I'm identifying actors. But I do know that those guys are brothers based on how
Mhm.
they act to each other,
Yeah.
which is it's fun. The little bits of dialogue in between them. I felt fleshed out their relationship. Also, I like it when they go, I'm going to destroy this place, is their first thought after leaving a place that they rob is we have to leave no evidence. What? I wouldn't do that. I guess I would also the type to not do the that task in the first place. I wouldn't rob a place. I'd just give them money. I don't know. Like it just seems like goods and services. You pay for them because a lot of went into that particular good and service. A lot of calculation.
Yeah, it's hilarious how like literally the only reason they had stopped there apparently was to get a map, and it turned into this whole fucking like standoff where fucking sheriff or whatever Texas cop whatever gets killed, the fucking gas attendant gets lit on fire, and the whole shit fucking explodes. And it just shows you how like that's even before the fucking title card comes up, and you already see how like okay things are way out of hand. Like that's what you get from this movie. Things are out of hand, you know.
Yeah, it seems. I mean that the explosion, and then it's a good hook. It is a good hook. It kept me watching. I was like, okay, what? Why are these dudes blowing up this place? I want to know more. That was what was that in the movie? So I kept watching. Uh, also, it is pretty off the rails. I'd say the levels of what is it called? What it is that they did? What is it
Like
called?
they robbed a bank.
Yeah, there's that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and well they robbed that bank, and they took a hostage. They killed a couple of cops or quite a few cops, random
yeah.
like pedestrians, and then they're
That's
just
actually the most normal thing that they did in the world. Is they went a cab. So they went that. Uh, what's interesting is really what's fascinating. I lost my train of thought. Oh boy, what was I talking about? Where was I
well,
at?
well,
What
I
was it?
know they just did the bank robbery, right? And then they're on the run. All that shit goes down. They end up at like a hotel just to get some rest. They have that hostage that his brother took. The was like I guess it's his younger brother, played by Quentin Tarantino, and they end up at the hotel. They're trying to just relax. George Clooney's trying to, get his like get a plan going and like okay we're gonna get past the border, we're gonna do this all, and they do that. All the while you have a family parallel to them is a family, a preacher who's just lost his wife and his faith, along with his daughter and his son, who I guess they're like by blood. I don't know. It never really establishes that little
Ooh.
Asian, the little Asian boy, and then the girl.
If it's established by blood,
I don't know if
I
they're
don't think they
adopted.
did.
I
I
don't
don't
remember.
remember them doing that. I don't
Yeah.
remember the movie establishing their relation, their blood heritage.
Hmm.
You know, it's this seems like it would be a very downer movie. Be very sad, right?
I see that.
Like by the tone, it's kind of going all over the place. But it ends in an explosion, and it makes me sad because wow, you just exploded a perfectly good building. I mean, I guess you could make a cooler building there. Cool, we got a new building there. Not in the movie, just as like a reality thing. Wow, you
Hmm.
got a cool new building, and like, I mean, yeah, but like the old building is cool too. The, uh, the old building was perfectly fine. You didn't
Hmm.
have to do that. What would you? Okay. If you were this guy, if you were robbing this bank, would you explode the building? I gotta know your. I gotta know. I gotta know.
I wouldn't try to. Like if it happened to happen, I guess what can you do? But that wouldn't be my intention because that sounds like you're leaving a big trail for the cops to follow. You know, and that was what they're trying to do is lay low because they're just trying to get across the border with this suitcase of money that they stole and live a better life there in Mexico. You know, wherever it's a safe haven. Oh, you're muted.
Oops, I muted myself by accident. I don't know how technology works.
You're good.
Yeah.
You're great.
Okay. So we got a guy. He's a pastor. Now we're
Hmm.
focused on another character. Another character introduction. I think character introductions are you really gotta pay attention to the character introductions because it defines the character and the basis of their actions. So we got a guy. His name he's just a guy. He go pray to the Lord a lot, but not anymore. He's like, I
Mm.
don't know if God real. I don't get it, man. I don't get if he's real or not. And I just think that's an interesting fellow to watch. And also his wife's dead. It's
That's
sad.
yeah, it's a part of why I guess he doesn't he's lost faith in the Lord or whatever is cuz his wife was taken by the Lord or whatever and he doesn't really, want to be a
The
preacher
Lord
anymore.
the Lord is taking care of your wife now actually. So since you don't have to use your earthly resources on her anymore. Maybe that's a good positive way to spin that, you know?
That's the only positive way you could spin that. Um So they end up they're in an RV, him, his daughter, and his Chinese son, Asian son, whatever. And they end up he just wants to sleep in a bed. I don't know why he's like, I just want to sleep in a bed for one last night before we go wherever they're going. And they stop at that same motel that the brothers are at, that robbed the bank.
Yeah.
Let me just say though, before then, when George Clooney gets back, he sees that his brother has violently killed and assaulted the hostage that they had.
Yeah. And the desire to want to be sleeping in a bed instead of just keep on going. Um that can lead you into a lot of trouble, including, finding out that the hostage is dead. But on top of this, you you get kidnapped yourself. And I'm like, wow, great. You stopped in a bad area. Have you stopped in a sketchy area before and felt like, oh boy, maybe there's somebody around the corner about to kidnap me? Oh, what about that car over there? That could be a car that could kidnap me. I don't want to be near that car. What about that random person over yonder? I don't want them to kidnap me either. You know, it's a
I do
relatable
know.
feeling.
All the time I'm paranoid. I feel like
Yeah.
people are after me or things are done against me. and I get that from my
Yeah.
mom. This paranoia, I really do.
Yeah,
So I know it.
I get that. So I think paranoia is good though, to a degree.
I
It's
try to justify it.
survival instinct. It's a
Yeah,
survival instinct. It exists for a reason. If you're feeling it. Um.
no, you're completely right.
So I do like that. Okay, here, here's how we're going to get you out of this out of our way. Is that yeah? We're going to. We need to use you. Actually,
Mhm,
you need to drive us across the Mexican border. We
mhm.
gotta have a little road trip, have a little bit of a gander, a drive, and uh, I've never dealt with customs personally. Down in Texas,
Down in a Mexico,
The
chua,
Texas Mexican
chua.
border. I've
Mhm.
never done that, but have you ever driven through like any border crossing like the California line? Have you ever crossed that ever?
I have been down in the Texas, Mexico. That's where I used to. Well, I'm pretty close to there, and have gone through there. And I remember when I was a kid, it was real easy. Like they would just be like, "Oh, you have anything? No, okay." Now it's like they search every nook and cranny with dogs and all that. So it's real like thorough now, But back then
Oh boy.
they would
Uh
just let you go through.
well dang. I I feel like the California built border is very similar to your experience with the Mexican border and when you're a kid cuz it is very much like, "Oh, do you have anything? Slow down to 15 miles per hour, 5 miles per hour.
Hmm.
Okay, you're good." And then it's time for you to re-enter traffic. And then that's what the entering California is like. I don't know what they're looking for.
Drugs or people. That's
People.
yeah,
What
people.
type of people? How could you tell somebody is kidnapped from a glance?
Well, they could just be selling people. Like people could be mutually or wanting to come over here for whatever a better life, the American dream or whatever you want to call it.
What is like the difference between a person in America like traveling between states like that looking like it looks like that, and then also a person could just be sitting normally just like in a car like an American would, like, but they're like going from like Mexico to America, like they would also just be sitting normally in a car. Both
Hmm.
sets of people we sitting normally in a car. There's like no way to visually distinguish the two. How could you tell that there's like that person's not a citizen just from like a visually glance? Like it was a visual cue or something? Like I don't know.
I don't know. People just used to not care or be more trustworthy back when, and now like it's just a big deal, and they want to make it all hard to come over here, but then easy to do it. I don't know. That's a whole nother issue with the border crisis and all that. But
Yeah,
uh
I never really get into it because it's annoying. And it's
yeah.
like, well, let's talk of logistics that won't help by talking about it.
Hmm.
Oh, who cares? But people insist on talking about it. I'm like, well, you're not going to fix anything. You're not like
Nope.
in direct control. What the fuck? So why talk about it? Talk about something else.
Nope.
That's my like official stance on that.
People just like stirring up shit where they they don't need to be stirring shit.
Yeah. So I do like they go at a strip clubbing time. There's
Hmm.
some titty women, women with titties, titty
The
women, and I'm
the
like,
titty
okay,
twister.
the titty twister. What are they
The
twisting? The titties?
That's
And what
the bar name,
i-
the titty
is
twister.
it? The nipple that gets twisted, or is it like the breast part that gets twisted?
It's the
Be-
nipple,
it's the
and then
nipple. Okay, just
and if you
had to clarify.
twist it hard enough, I think it starts twisting the.
I thought like that I had to take my entire tit and like twist it around or something.
No,
Twist
I think they
titty
do
twister.
the nipple, and then if you do that hard enough, it twists the whole boob.
Yeah.
Yeah, that sounds painful, but you know, to each his own.
It depends.
Yeah.
It depends on the time of the month, honestly. So what it is there's a lot of hot women, but
Oh
there's
yeah.
also this undercurrent of like tension that's building up because you got a lot of people come converge at the strip club. And I'm like, who? Um, I feel like something's up is going on. Something's going to happen in about maybe 30 minutes movie time, 15 minutes movie time. I'm not sure, but I was like when I saw the strip club establishing shot with all them ladies. I was thinking, oh, I feel like it would be really cool and also incredibly Tarantino to have all the guns go ablaze and like a bunch of strip club ladies will be dead. And, that's just what I predicted.
Hmm. That's what
So,
you had there kind of going, like where you
yeah.
thought it was gonna go.
Yeah, pretty
Uh,
much.
yeah. So you're I don't know how long it was into the movie at this point, but you're like, okay, the bad guys made it across the border. They're free. They made it. That's it. Like, where else does this movie go? They won. The bad guys won, or who you have established that are the bad guys, and then you have like the hostages that are the good guys or whatever. So you're like, okay, well, where does this go now? And you have uh Salma Hayek come out with a snake, looking hot
Yeah.
as
Yeah,
hell,
she looks juicy.
so hot.
Um What do you like the thigh? Do you like the breast? Do you
The
like the
everything
leg? Do
everything
you
about
like
her,
what is another chicken part? What is another type of meat? What's another cut of meat?
the leg, the thigh, the breasts,
The breast, the leg, the
the
thigh, the breast, the wing.
the gizzard.
What's this gizzard edible?
I don't. I want to say it's the throat. I forget what the gizzard is,
Oh,
but she does have a nice gizzard if that's what it is. But she
gizzard.
you got a decent gizzard too. That looks edible. Um, so she comes out dancing, and what cracks me up about this scene is whenever she takes the alcohol and pours it down her foot into Tarantino's mouth, and I'm like, oh, he wrote that. He wrote that in there for himself.
Yeah, I mean, you gotta like your product. You gotta be able to be like, oh yeah, I like that. Hey, that's cool. I mean, I personally don't have a foot fetish, but if I were Tarantino and I had a foot fetish, I would also do that too. I think that's pretty epic. It's like an epic. It's epic. It's epic that he'd like write scenes that he'd be interested in, just because it's his work.
Yeah, he can do what he wants to do. No, I'd probably do the same. I mean, I like feet. I'm the kind of person that thinks if a woman's feet are nice, everything else must be pretty nice too. And
Yeah, I mean, feet
yeah,
are nice. Just personally, I don't sexualize feet. Just look nice. Oh, they're soft. Cool.
yeah,
Oh, it's cool. Look at the toes; they're cute or something.
hmm,
Um, but nothing sexual. Like I get turned on by feet
yeah,
personally.
yeah. I would like my cousin if she had like a high heel, I'd probably drink like Sprite out of it or something. You know,
Yeah,
if it
yeah,
were,
feet, ankles,
yeah, she had nice feet
heels.
back when my cousin. But anyways,
Oh,
so you
okay.
have I'm sure she still does. Anyway, so you have that scene go down, the dance scene and all that, and then the bar dudes come and want to pick a fight with George Clooney and his brother because they kind of just assholed their way in like jerks, and they shoot everyone. The brothers.
Yeah, I mean, okay. Would you also shoot everyone if it was too much to go inside the bar where all the cool people were at? You're like, "Oh, you want this much money? How about I shoot everyone down?" That's my impression of what they did. Exactly. That's what they did.
Yeah, those guns do make
Yeah.
different pitches when the bullets go off.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's
exact. They're
exactly
musical guns.
yeah. It's exactly what happened though, and uh, they didn't realize, and this is where the movie just takes a whole 180-degree turn. Salma Hayek, the sexy chick, sees the Quentin Tarantino's hand bleeding, sees the blood, and then they all turn into vampires.
This is the big twist of
Mm-hmm.
the first act. You put everyone in a situation. You get them all in a room together, and then you have a you got a clear hunter, and then you got clear prey, and that's what it is.
It is
You
what it
know,
is.
that's what it is.
It is.
I'm just saying that this is very Quentin Tarantino, the structure, building up the tension, and then the tension it comes to like a point where oh wow there's a whole bunch, and wow I can't believe it, you got some dudes here and they're vampires, wow they're all fucked unless it is daytime.
But it is not.
It is not
Unfortunately,
daytime.
at this point, it is dusk, right? It is dusk right now, and they have to
From
last till
dusk
dawn.
till dawn.
Hmm.
This is how they survive. From dusk till dawn. This is their stories.
So now it turns into a survivor vampire B movie fighting type thing where okay, now we have a whole different set of villains and a whole different set of heroes.
Yeah, it is pretty. I'd say I like I like the structure shift, like the trope shift, because I could just be bored of a genre about 30 minutes in, like I am a lot of movies. A lot of people are like, "Oh my goodness, look at this movie, it's awesome." I'm like, "Yeah, I like it." I mean, I get bored of the concept 30 minutes in. I want a twist. And this is what Quentin Tarantino provides me. He provides me with a genre shift. 30 minutes in, around there, not exact, but whatever. Then there's a shift, and now we're all surviving. I'm like, okay, cool, I'm down. I am down.
Yeah, and then the fact that the characters have already been established how they are, and I still believe that they would act the way they acted previously in the first half, the way they act in the second half, even though it's changed into, oh shit, now we're surviving against vampires. We didn't believe
Yeah.
in vampires, but they
Some of
exist.
the friends are some of the people just working at the strip club. Some of the guests are vampires. And they bite they bite some people. And what's fun is what's fun? The amount of like
Like
What?
what? Blood, explosions.
Well, I don't remember what I was saying. What was I saying?
You were saying, what's fun? I think you said the amount of, and I know there was a lot of blood, a lot of fire, a lot of explosions. Like anytime a vampire got stabbed, they would like melt and burst into flames. And
Yeah, I
yeah.
mean, yeah, a lot of people died pretty much
Yeah.
off right off the board. But you gotta deal with vampires now, and you gotta have some sort of self defense weapon. We're at a strip club. I mean, you can use some of the strippers' pussies for self defense against the vampires, because it's essentially just like garlic.
I like garlic. Garlic's good.
Garlic is good.
Yeah.
Garlic butter is good. You know, vampires can't eat garlic butter, or can they? I don't understand the garlic eating thing. Do vampires only eat only eat blood, or is it just like a blood and then they can also eat food, but they need blood to survive? It's like water for them. I don't
Yeah.
get it.
Blood is like their nourishment. Or it just depends on what, like, lore you're going off of, but blood is like what keeps them like alive, their life force. And then I think they could eat other stuff, or it won't sustain them though, like it won't give them anything.
What is it? What is it about? Um, what is it about blood? Like, what's in blood that like if you just mainline it, then you can be good? I like health wise or something. Health
I mean,
reasons.
I know like blood keeps us alive. I don't know why.
Yeah.
It's not like our bodies just produce it. I'm assuming vampires don't produce their own blood because they're like undead. So they
Yeah.
need that blood to keep them alive. You know.
Yeah. You know what's fun? About vampires and blood. Well, you can run from them, and then you can escape from them, and then you can prepare your way to destroy them by I can't believe it. There's a vampire following me. Wow, I can't believe I killed it by accident. But okay, so we got some knowledge on how to murder this vampire. We gotta go back. We gotta make sure to not get caught by these vampires. And then they have like a whole weapons place. It's time for weaponing time. I
Hmm.
like the weapons.
They get ready for their last stand. And this is where the preacher comes in because he's been bit, so he's gonna turn, but he,
Yeah.
uses all the power in his mind to believe in God again, and he starts blessing them and their weapons and their condom balloons filled with water, and uses that and the crosses to get ready to for them to fight their way out, or at least last until dawn, because they don't even know if sun kills vampires because they don't know what rules really follow. They're just going off of
That's true.
movies.
Like they are in a world where vampires exist as a mythos, but they actually do exist. But who knows how true the mythos is? Like the
Hmm.
public knowledge on vampires. What's interesting, I oh man, I found what was I gonna say? What the fuck? God damn it!
Well, they're
I had a
gonna like
thought.
they're getting ready for that last stand, right? They go out there and they just start unloading, like, the preacher has the shotgun.
Yeah,
The kid has a super soaker filled with holy water. The girl has like a
yeah.
Van Helsing
Just
crossbow.
get him.
Yeah. What else?
You
Oh,
just pump it, pump it
what's
all
his
over.
name? George Clooney has this weird jackhammer weapon that just like s- like stakes you. It looks very sexual. I don't know. It was a very weird weapon he had.
Um,
Like it
there is
just
like an underlying current of sexual in this movie.
there is a lot. Yeah,
Yeah, it's all pretty sexual, but like the level of sexual is pretty neat. Not gonna
yeah,
lie, I
yeah.
like it. It's good.
For like
Woo!
for a action horror hybrid, there's a lot of like sexualness to this,
Oh well,
but
I
it
started
still doesn't.
yawning.
But it doesn't throw me out of it. I mean, I dig it.
Yeah, I do find I like the amount of guns go blow, the amount of fighting the vampires. Dude's doing a we gotta get them. We gotta go get the vampires, and they're not easy to kill. A lot of people die as a result, and I'm like, oh, this is sad. I'm sad. Yeah, they're all dead. Who? But this is the sacrifices we require. Even with the holy water, we still have collateral damage, and it makes me sad. I mean, it's like, how long does the blessings last for? Is it just that amount of water, or does it reply Is it just the what's the surface what's the radius for the blessing to occur? Like what they're holding, or maybe it's applying to also like 50 feet away of water or something. Like I don't know.
I think it
Like
has
it's
an expiration date, holy water. Like I feel like
expiration date.
yeah, like if it gets blessed and it's in a container, it stays blessed until whoever blessed it died, and then it's not blessed anymore.
Oh, what?
That's my belief.
Huh? Huh? Weird. Okay.
Yeah,
Um,
I've messed with holy water before. I've had like
you've
a
had
couple of
holy water?
yeah, yeah. I remember my sister brought like a couple of milk cartons of it from Mexico, and whenever I feel the need for a little bit, I'll put it on my forehead or something if I feel a little scared.
Do you not drink it?
Oh no, no, it smells weird. It's got like a almost like a sanitizer smell to it. Like it's got a weird
Holy
smell.
water?
Yeah,
Wait, how do you acquire holy water?
you can buy it at a church. They sell it at church,
Wait, you
or
can buy holy water?
yeah,
Wait, you can buy holy water? What? How?
you go to well, like I know with the churches we would go to where they would sell like rosaries and candles. They sell little like bottles of holy water, and then also like jugs of it, like milk cartons of it of holy water.
Like, do they just bless the holy water? Do they put anything in it?
I don't know. I wouldn't drink it. It has like a weird smell to it. I don't know.
Holy
It's in.
water has a weird smell. Like, it feels like they would put something in it to have produced a weird smell.
It's not a bad smell. It's just not a smell I would ingest. You know.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Like sanitizer. Like it smells different. It just doesn't smell like water.
Hmm. That's just what could they it seems like they have to be putting something in it. Like maybe some sort of blessing herb or something for it
Yeah.
to
I
smell weird.
or like leaving it with blue crystal stones in the moonlight. I don't know what they do with it, honestly.
I
Sapphire stones.
oh. Okay, I'm down. Okay. What does holy water do on your forehead? Does it
Oh,
make
I
it
don't.
go numb?
No, it doesn't do anything. It's more like a placebo. It'll just
Placebo. Okay.
yeah, like you put it on there, you say a prayer, and then that's it.
And
But
then
that's
you're feeling better,
I mean, hopefully that's like one of the last resort type of things when I feel like that paranoia I told you about earlier and the evil lurking.
Ah. Well, all right. Well, I learned something new today. You can buy holy water.
Yeah. Oh
Learned it
yeah.
here. This is an educational channel, actually.
Hell yeah. Oh no,
So
it's pretty. I mean, it's water. It's not
it's just
expensive,
water.
but it's not cheap. You know.
That's true. That's
Yeah.
true. Also, uh, I do like the end where it's they've if they've done all the killing, they've done all the murders, they've done all the people dying, and then there's just like maybe a couple people left, and then it's like okay, well these people are now dead, but it's like hey, they were supposed to meet people here, like they got rid
Mhm.
of like the entire vampire gang, got the brothers. They was chilling. But we got like they were meeting someone here, and the person got here today, and then they're like, "Oh, this is a terrible spot. Why did you choose this?" You
Yeah.
know, like I would also be curious as to why they chose this.
Yeah. The dude was just like, I don't know. You just said you wanted to meet in the morning, so it was open from dusk till dawn, and he's just like, well, you picking this random bar got my brother killed and her father killed, and everyone fucking like they're
Yeah,
vampires.
this guy. It was a very irresponsible decision. eh, they could be two brothers chilling, but because this man chose this particular bar, it's now one guy grieving and another man. Like they're both brothers. One of the brothers is kind of not alive.
Mm.
That's sad. But I think the moral of the story is be sure to research where you're going to meet up. That's the actual moral of the story.
Yeah, think twice before you set where you're gonna meet, and yeah, they go their separate ways. The
Yeah.
girl that's alive, George Clooney, and then as the shot zooms out, you see that the bar is actually an old Aztec
Yeah.
temple, and it all makes sense, and then it ends. And
It's
yeah,
very funny. I like it.
yeah,
I enjoyed watching the movie. There's so many moments of tension building up. You know, the classic standoffs that Quentin Tarantino do. You don't know who's going to shoot first, and then someone shoots first, and they're all shooting, and then everyone's like dead, and or someone's injured, and you got to deal with that, and that's pretty neat. I like that. I like that a lot. I like it.
no, yeah,
Yeah.
it's a great movie. It like keeps it's like nonstop action, and then the genre change is believable and good, and then just for Salma Hayek, this movie is a 10 to
Yeah,
me.
she's a hottie.
Yeah, just for her, like the movie could be shit,
Yeah.
and if she was in it, I'm like it's a 10. It's a fucking 10. But the movie's actually good.
Oh yeah. It's this is a fun time. I enjoyed all the performances. What would you rate this movie? I think I would give this movie it's like a solid 7.4 out of 10.
I'd give it a 10. Like I said, just I mean I say just for Salma Hayek, but it like I don't know, it rewatching it yesterday or whatever had me hooked again. I had that tension at the beginning where it's a heist movie and then it turns into a horror survival movie, and I don't know, it's just good. It's just a good written movie, and solid like makeup and everything. I don't know. It's just good.
Yeah, it's just very good.
That's just good.
I like it. I enjoy it. It's a good one.
But
It's a fun rewatch.
that was from Dust Till Dawn, and let's play a little game here that
Ooh.
I like to call legendary creatures.
Ooh.
So you know we had vampires in this movie. Know all about vampires more or less. They could be
Yeah.
sparkly, they could be creepy looking, but we're gonna go over. I have 9 different pictures of legendary creatures. I want to see if you can name that legendary creature. Let's see
All
here.
right.
Oh, wait, over here. Can you
That's
name?
an owl.
It is an owl. Do you know what the legendary creature is based off of? What it's
The
called?
legendary creature is based off of an owl because it's clearly an owl head with a body. So the legendary creature is based off of an owl.
You're right. It is in Mexican folklore called La Lechuza, which is
Uh,
the owl witch lady woman.
oh.
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool. What is it wearing?
I mean, it looks like a dress or its wings,
I like the
but
top part where it's like connected. It looks like a poncho.
yeah, yeah. I remember growing up as a kid and they would tell us to not go out like too late because a lechuza would could get you like in the trees when you would hear the trees like rustling.
Yeah. Okay. To discourage children from staying out late.
Yeah, yeah, and
Okay.
to be in the forest, or what they call the mote. That's what the forest is, I think.
Oh boy, that is terrifying.
Let's see this next one here.
Um, that's that's Sparky from Harry Potter.
You're very close. I don't know if that is this dog in Harry Potter. I'd believe it.
It's there's a three-headed dog in Harry Potter,
So
but
this
I don't know
is
about like the lava, like intestine stuff,
so
internal stuff.
a three-headed dog is named Cerberus, and it is supposed to be the dog that guards the gates of Hades in Greek
Oh,
mythology. Cerberus.
well, that's pretty cool. Yeah, I think that's like the usage of those dogs in Harry Potter.
They guard. They're a guard dog.
Yeah,
Dogs are cool.
exactly. They go woof. They're good boys. Um, what is this? This is a some sort of sea dragon or
mhm.
serpent or something.
Mhm. It's a biblical sea dragon. Goes by a name starts with a L.
Huh. Um, it's a fish. It's a whale.
That's close. Starts with a L. This is the Leviathan.
Lasagna.
Leviathan. Oh,
Oh,
you know, very close. Leviathan.
Leviath. With the what? The
Levi
Leviathan.
Leviathan. It is a big, I guess, dinosaur like whale
Ooh.
dragon creature. I think that's cool. Bible's cool
Yeah, that's
sometimes.
pretty rad. Look at that. It's got like a back. It's got some fins. Neat.
Let's see next one here.
Goblin.
That's
It's
very
goblin.
close. I'm pretty sure it comes from a goblin, but this is another Mexican folklore called La Chupacabra.
Oh hey, I've there's a Scooby Doo movie about that actually. There's the Scooby Doo and the tale of the La Chupacabra or something.
Yeah,
Forget what it's called exactly, but that's what it is. That's the Scooby Doo monster.
I just remember as a kid, it always they tell us it would eat. It's like a reptile creature that eats goats, like just eats goats. Like don't leave your goats out. It'll eat your goats.
Oh, well, you know how goats can eat everything. This is
Yeah,
something that eats everything. So does this thing eat everything too, or is it just goats?
I fucking love that goats eat everything. You would think that would work out, right? Whenever you had it paint, like put on a picture of everything, and then a goat, and then the goat, and then the chupacabra.
Yeah.
It makes
Ul-
sense
ultimate predator.
logically. Logically, it does make sense for him to be the apex. This is the next one.
Um, that's the Phantom Wing.
Close.
It's the Ghost Wing.
It is the Mothman.
The Mothman.
Yeah.
but he looks so ghastly.
I could see just like how furry, and then I guess moths have eyes like that. But I feel like you need more
Yeah,
antennae or something.
yeah, I would think so too. But who cares about moths except
Dude,
for the Mothman?
moths kind of scare me. I know, like
Me
I don't
too.
know. I don't think they're not harmful. I know, but I don't think they're comfortable. You know the way they fly around.
I don't like them just flopping all over the place, bopping in all the walls. Oh, it's time to hit the floor. I'm like, you're impossible to catch. Just die or get out. Don't be in my house, please. And then maybe they fly somewhere and you don't know where they're at. And then, oh, they're just going to chill somewhere. And maybe you walk by them by accident. Then they start flapping again.
And then if
Moths
you
are the worst.
smush them, they like make a mess. Like they're all
Yeah.
powdery and dirty. Ugh,
Yeah.
ugh. This next one here,
It's a jackrabbit.
I'm pretty sure that's acceptable. It's a jackalope.
Oh,
Yeah,
jackalope. Oh,
yeah, I
that's neat.
guess.
It has like antlers.
Yeah, I don't know if this was a real creature or somewhere it was made up in the olden days, but I can
Hmm.
imagine a rabbit having antlers at some point.
Yeah, it looks pretty neat. I like it. It's all the ears. They're a little bit translucent. You can see through them a little bit. It's nice. It's vibish.
I don't
The
know. I'd be
vibe.
scared though to mess with a rabbit with antlers though. That'd make it
Yeah,
pretty.
it would be just rough. I wouldn't shoot it. I would just let it I'll just let it be chill in the wild. So, make more jackrabbits. Just
Hell yeah,
exactly.
beautiful. Uh, this here,
What is this monstrosity? This is this is some sort of spider woman.
yeah. You didn't you just talk about Madam Web? No,
Oh, is this Madam Web?
no,
Oh, I
apparently,
didn't recognize her.
apparently this is Japanese folklore called a Jorogumo. It's like a female that could
Ooh.
take the form of a spider and kill. I guess that's right. I mean, what else would it
Hmm.
do?
Yeah, tie it up, tie up their tie up their prey, victim or whatever. You know, eat eat them, slurp up their juices.
Yeah, no, spiders are fucking scary. Uh,
I don't like them.
you're gonna like this next thing. Do you know what this is?
Those look like fried rice, fried rats.
They are mummified rats.
Oh, weird. Why were they mummified? Was this by accident?
So apparently this is a what do you call it? Phenomena. That's what it's called. A phenomena called a rat king when a
Huh?
bunch of rats tangle their tails together and become almost like one organism. It is a rat king.
Huh? And what do they plan to do as this one organism?
I don't know. It's apparently like this was like scary, I guess, during the Black Plague when rats were, like the dominant thing.
Oh yeah, they were the apex predator. Rats were.
Yeah.
Forgot about that time. I'm glad we're past that time.
Oh
Now
yeah.
humans are the apex predator.
The rats are still scary though. And I don't know
Yeah, they
about
are.
seeing a one with all its tails tangled up together like this. Like a
Yeah, that's sus behavior.
yeah, it's creepy. Uh last one here.
Oh, what is this? This is the turtle of space. Turtle space.
That is
Space
actually
turtle.
that yeah, it is called the world turtle.
The world turtle?
Yeah, and I think it's Japanese folklore. It's one of the folklores where the universe or Earth or existence is just us floating on the back of a turtle.
Hmm. Turtles are cool.
Yeah, no,
So I
turtles are
get it.
great.
I subscribe to this theory. We are riding on a turtle right now as we speak.
But
Because
what?
turtles.
Because what?
Because turtles. Turtles only. Turtles are cool.
Well, you know what else is cool? Um, I got to put your link up. That's what I was trying to get to you. That what's cool is your links. Where can they find you? Cool as ass mint salad.
Well, I do daily movie reviews every day at 7 p.m. ET on youtube.com/ASC Presents. I do daily movie reviews on youtube.com/ASC Presents. And if you want to help support the daily grind of all them daily movie reviews, go to the link tree. You can find the way you can help support the daily grind of all the movie reviews.
Hell
And
yeah,
that's what it is.
awesome. It is what it is. I put out a daily podcast called "That's All Funny." You can find it anywhere podcasts are available. Got another podcast with my buddy Gabe called "That's All Kayfabe," where we talk about wrestling. That's available everywhere. Check out the YouTube channel you're watching right now, youtube.com/@ Lorenzo Areola. If you want to see older archived episodes of this, check out either of our Patreons. But yeah, I want to thank the Great Mint Salad for being here. And I want to thank everyone for watching, and we'll see y'all next time.